Thank you for raiding over, Pyog. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's see. Where is... There's Minecraft. Let's launch that up. Okay. We got some solo Ling Gango coming up. We got, I believe the YouTube stuff switched over. Yeah. So... everything is coming up my house. We've missed you both, Shadder and Misfit. Hyog! Yow! What's up, Mickle? What's crumbling? My cookies are crumbling. My cookies are crumbling. Hi, Jasmine T. How you doing? Your imaginary house is crumbling? I don't know what to make of that, but I hope you're okay. You're doing good? Glad to hear it. My house is a very, very, very fine house. Got it. Yeah, that's going to be a thing for a while, Berlin. I feel like you should know this. All right, well, I do appreciate, in a not appreciated sort of way, that I have to re-equip those every time because they fall off. We need wool production. We need wood production. We need rubber production. We need, listen, there's just a lot of power production. There's just a lot of production. We have create into here. Although, why do I have literally no blocks? Am I blind? I'm not blind. I have literally no blocks. At least a few, yes. Do. Just trying to think if it's vertical. How do I make it go the way I want it to? I think I have an idea. I think I know how now. So according to the code, this just basically randomly picks where it's going to send you, and that's insanity. So what I could do is rotate that. And then if I put... There he is. A large cog here. Then I can put a rotation controller at on its bottom. That's not its bottom. Come here. I have tremendously long reach. I will get you and cut you. There we go. So now, this way, it comes in one over from where I was expecting. But we do get the benefit of the rotation controller. Oh, there they are. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have at least a little bit of shaft. It's never enough shaft. At least that's what I'm told. So we can crank this up to 128. Click and hold. Ah. That ought to be enough to be working with. And then we need a tree farm. Let's see, do we have a... There's not a measuring tape, is there? No. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we don't have a dead center. We just have basically 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in. So right around here. That would also put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over here. So we call that one right there. We'll call that center. And then we know that the interior blocks are not useful. And we know that obviously, well, no, the trees aren't going to need water because it's not a field. Perfect. Get some cobbled deep slate. That'll be better. Look a little better. And then dirt. You think I just go under and come up instead of coming over the top? That I come under and rotate from below? What's up, Ricky? Also, I don't even know if we have the ability to make fucking pokers. Oh yeah, we definitely do. Brass sheets. So we need to make a press so I can brass sheet it. And then the other thing that I would like, though, we should have a fair bit of what we need in order to make Fluix now. I went and collected everything, so we can make some actual cable. And then if I do a crafting terminal... Okay, I made all that Fluix. Did I pick it up? Nope, sure didn't. I was like, where is it? Hut! Hut! Hut!
Good talk smash! I'm edgy!
All right. So at the very least, now I don't have to keep running up and down. Hi, Caleb. How you doing? And thanks for coming again, Simple Dave. Are you and Cap going to play Stone Block 4? Possibly with Pete. I miss him. We plan what we're going to plan next once we finish what we've got. But probably not with Pete. So now we don't have to keep going up and down. But yeah, I think I like going underneath a little bit more. I had planned on not doing that, but now I'm thinking I will do that. Which is kind of ridiculous, but here we are. I seem to have fallen. I had shift on, but instead what I'll do is I'll go fuck myself. Apparently somehow my Elytra was on. Does Pete not like us anymore? Pete is, Jordan and I kind of, I mean, they boy, but, you know, kind of poked at him a little bit like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Where are you? And he's just not, he has other things he's enjoying, and he's just feeling a little burned out on modded Minecraft. And so he's just like, wants to do other things, and I respect that, and that's his choice, so. So he focused on other bits. P hates you guys after RL Craft. I mean, could you blame him? Because I couldn't. Huh, what a shocking surprise. I went outside for a half a minute and I have one of those dudes swinging their sauce at me. This is heretical behavior. I don't even know what react is, or retract. So I have no input or thoughts to give. All right, so here's where that goes. And then we want this to only place when anchor destroyed. Let's just turn on our backpack. That way we don't have to worry too much about. Not that, it's can't be retracted, but so let's see. We do. We get that guy. We take this up one. We don't take that guy. We take, this guy. Perfect. Excellent. First try. Then we put our shaft in. And we attach that guy. And that's not quite what I was going for. Oh, it's because I had it going right into the cog. Right. We're skipping a step. We're stepping a skip. There we go. Now we can adjust ourselves as necessary. And then we stroke our shaft out here. Apparently, I don't have enough shaft. That's not an uncommon problem. Try and get some more. Hi, Coyote. How you doing? Chloe's leaving, and that's sad. Bye, Chloe. Does it need a lever? Maybe it needs a lever, if I recall. Love them and lever. Nope, it does need a lever. Why am I on stupid pills? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, hey. Once again, my shaft wasn't long enough. This is a theme that's to end all themes. All right, there we go. And now we needed stampies, right? First try. Come on, put them where I'm sticking them. There we go. All right, and then here, let's bring this up for a moment. This portion's temporary, but we need to get a smashy. I don't think, if I recall, we don't actually need smashy to be. Does it need to be one higher? Am I dumb? Kind of feels like it's been a long time since I've done this. I don't know if it actually has been a long time since I've done this, but it feels like it's been a long time. Cute. Cute! Smashies! What's up, Cosmics? Why is there a massive deep slate box? To contain the things that I build? now or in the future. All right. We'll put all this away for the moment. And then brass hand. We need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do 5. Damn it! Math. How does it work? Hi, PJ. How you doing? Did I see that Hightail got saved? I saw that it got reclaimed by Simon. I'll call it saved when it actually releases. Pasta's bonk is pretty cute. All right, so we need polished rose quartz. We have some. And then we need sandpaper. Was it like this? Yeah. That face when you're being ignored. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a fair few things, and sometimes it scrolls. But also, I responded to why is there a massive deep slate, and what is he building? I might not have, like, chill. I'm building create stuff, clearly. I'm making a tree farm. You're going to have my full and undivided attention for a couple more seconds. Then you're not going to get it ever again. All right. So now we need to make... Yeah, I picked up the sarcasm there. So... What was it? What the fuck are those called? Why can't I remember the name of anything? Why am I so old? All right. Now I need iron smashies. Here, I'll just throw those out. Why shouldn't you? I am listening to you, Untitled Chat member. I could never not listen. Hi, Texan. Also, it's not just what's on Twitch. You got to remember that I have 2 different YouTube channels that are live as well. So there's additional ones that you don't even see. That's just the way it goes. Well, if you want to share, then you can share. Juggling master. Stop sign. Ah. I haven't done this for a while. Hey. Sorry, Sometimes we just can't help but play with our balls, you know? You haven't had juggling in ages? Next, I'll break out the sink again. You guys will really have regrets. Now I need fucking more casings. God damn it. This is andesite alloy against stripped logs, right? Do they need to be stripped, or is it just regular logs? They definitely need to be stripped. I haven't held an axe for a while. Can a Paxel strip a log? Apparently it can. Hey, look. We're converting this ugly orange into something better. Okay, so now deployers. Easy, first try. Boom. Are you... Oh, okay. That's fine. I was like, are you kidding me? But then I understood. Damn it. Hi, Corona Killer. How you doing? Yay! What am I up here for? What did I want? I just had this thought like I wanted to... Oh, I wanted machines. Right. Okay, do it all. Do them all. You're just jamming? Well, I'm just jellying, so how do you like them apples? My headphones are making a run for it. The only thing running away faster than my headphones was my hairline. Is there a command for streaming time? It's 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 28, 29, 30, 31, and so out. We need some peanut butter between us? I have no idea how to respond to that. Okay, and then we're gonna need super glue. No! Damn it. Weird kink, but we don't shame. And then we'll need the saws, right? First stream for this you've actually caught. Is this an achievement book pack or just do what you fancy? I'm doing what I fancy, but there is many, many, many achievements to be pursued. So there's much to do. Okay. This is my least favorite part. I have to actually build the thing now. I'm gonna leave that like that. I need to remember what height the deployers are. Are they 3 high or are they 2 high? I collect quest rewards on an as-needed basis. I do one further out. So do these. Again, can't quite remember if deployer is... I think this is 1 high for deployer. Maybe not. That might be right. Alternatively, it might not be. Those are my options. Why is YouTube vertical? Hurt your eyes? There is a widescreen stream as well. If it's vertical, it's probably just because you found it through shorts, but there's absolutely a widescreen, widescreen? A widescreen. Holy fuck my dogs. Wide screen version available on YouTube. I had a mini stroke. I definitely did that right. There we go. Okay. So in theory, planty, pokey, etc. And then we need a chest on there. I never trust sophisticated... I think on later versions they fixed it, but I still don't believe it. So I never trust sophisticated on those. And then we'll need... Then we need a portable PSI. That's what it was. This is the stupidest problem, but here's my issue. If it's down there, then it's interfering with the shaft. So I can't really do that. So I have to have it here. But then I either have it clip through that, or I don't have a backing on this one. It's a hard life. Even still, I think that it's going to be problematic with the shaft right there, though. Yeah, because we need to route. So I can have this be, if that's the case, then I can have this be like that properly. I just need to set it up elsewhere on the swing. So that we glue the fucking thing together. And then this should whack me. It could be quite a bit slower here. It could be a bit faster, but it doesn't need to be. I can rotate the board again. But you right. So... yeah, that should be good. So that was 2 out. Kind of felt like that was the spread. Do. Good night, Shanderp. Yeah. I'm gonna need some chains and some lanterns. Get some light on here. Okay, and then out here. It never fails to both bother and amaze me that the circle on these is not symmetrical. Plantocalypse! Thank you for the 62 months. Technically, I think it could be that one as well. This one's a little dicey. If it's questionable, I'd rather not have it be open, because I'd rather, like, this isn't like a crop farm where every plot is huge. So I'd rather just play it safe on what is and isn't plantable, and rather than end up with a tree in the middle that's not getting sawed down. This is the weirdest way I could possibly go about doing this, so you're welcome. It's the scene way. That does look right, but, you know, whatever. I think not this one, and then call it good. It's circlish. I had a I had a heart. Bum, 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 breaking apart. With you. They have a 3? Do I need a 4 or do I need a 3? Saplings. Logs, sticks, apples. At least a 4. Okay, I don't need copper, I don't need iron, I just need a fucking... Go big or go home. Joke's on you, I work from home. That's an interesting idea. I don't know if it'd work. Because the dirt needs to be placed one lower than the saplings would, so I think they're one high to place the dirt. Okay. Fix that. Dragons and spice. Say less, but say more. I spleefed myself. I'm falling away. Nope. There we go. Now, this time with less oopsie daisy. No, that's not what I go. Place it. Eat a dick. Eh. But why? Why you what the fuck? Alright, so how do I want to do this? Okay. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you're less than what I needed. Okay. Now we need to put our PSI there-ish. Am I right that PSIs need a not a shaft, a chute? Or can they actually put right into storage? I don't feel like they can. Shoot. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is definitely the best looking build I've ever made. And the most practical. You either got extra dirt on the left or missing some on the right. So we found with in reclamation that the circle is not actually symmetrical. And it's only clipping this side. What I was saying is I'd rather have it be not able to place in a spot than for it to place, that it place one that doesn't get whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, that doesn't get properly sawed. Keep trying to do that one, and it's not. It's that one. And technically, this one, too. They could give you a fun for your money. Oh, a run for my money. Okay, so now... hopefully we have at least some oak saplings. Okay, good. I need to set the filters here. And then provide it with a fuel. We're gonna tough that out. I don't know if I need to have dirt on this second layer or not. I feel like, you know, symmetrically speaking, although Symmetra was never my favorite character to play. I was always more of a Tracer main. Actually, I wasn't always a Tracer main, but I ended up more as a Tracer main. Okay, that all works fine. Now we need them to grow. Grow, my pretties! Let's get some boner meal. Okay. Benadryl will knock your ass out. Okay, so that plunked down, and now it kept the thing, but we have those. Okay, good. That's all correct-ish. We want to look at this guy. Seems a little bit more reasonable. might pass through that one because it came after. Yeah. All right. But it should still get it this pass. Yep. All right, so the system seems to be working, such as it is. No. Yes. Okay. We got ourselves some loggies and some stickies and some things. Now we need to add, we need to upgrade the barrel and then add in our stack mod and then our void. So let's see. Sophisticated. It's already fancy. So basic to iron. Couldn't you set a filter and add both saplings and bone meal? Yeah, but I need a second deployer doing the bone meal. I can't, I mean, I wouldn't want it to, like, it might do a pass where all it does is bone meal and there's no saplings down. And so it doesn't actually do anything and it gets stuck. It probably once it's full, then you'd eventually be okay, but it's just not worth it. She's so yelly. Why you have to be mad? All right, and then we need void. This is sophisticated storage. Okay, good. Okay, I don't know. I don't really think we need advanced, but gold and diamonds are not terribly expensive, so there's that. And then we're gonna need a couple of those. Honestly, the stack upgrade might be something I'd want to teach the system, but we're a little ways away from that, I think. Maybe not. How much space do we have? None. Yeah. The whole side project of Create is simply as amazing as it is, we are building this in order to get wool. There's a line, a progression to where that drills down to. I can try rich soil. It speeds up growth. Getting rich soil is kind of obnoxious, and honestly, once it has a little bit, I don't need any more bit, you know? So, we'll be okay. Okay, sorry, I was just listening. The extended pattern provider is supposed to just have more patterns to it. And in order to make it, we need to know how to make capacity cards. So a capacity card is simply a basic bitch with Certus. We know how to make basic bitches, I think. Maybe we don't. We know how to make advanced bitches, not basic bitches. So there's basic bitch. And all that, but I don't even know if we have enough space to fit these three. There's one, there's two. Son of a bitch! Let me take that one out for a minute. And there's three. So now, if I do a pattern provider and I want a bigger one, give it to me nice and big and large. There's nice and big and large. Slap that there. How many channels are we on? We're at 6 of 8, so we're still okay there. And then this can hold that many patterns, so that's gooder. Eventually, we're going to want to build out our tree. Or chandelier, as the case may be. I kind of hate that that's touching right there. I really should... It doesn't matter, but I do hate it. Hit. Now, the question is, does this actually have a channel? Yes. Okay. It's always a little questionable on how molecular assemblers do their business. You. All right. So at least now we have some room to put more patterns in. That's... These do all fit, so that's fine. Do you have a renewable source of redstone glowstone? We do not. We have almost no renewables. Like, I can't think of... The only thing we have renewable of is Certus at the moment. Like the song. I kind of want to do, So like, don't you forget about me, but it also sounds like a lot of work to, you know, go and move 5 feet and get the mic and everything. All right, there's all my boner meal. Sounds a bit like a Killer song. I haven't heard anything from the Killers for a while. So, I can speed up the drop-off by changing this to an advanced shoot, because that can move stacks where this only moves singles. Otherwise, everything's easy working in order. Now, the only thing we need to do is to hook up a storage bus to that drawer. And we're good there. So now we have renewable for Certus and wood, and that's it. It's crazy how little renewable we have. Do they have the Infinity Cobble drive? Because they don't. That was actually a really cool drive. I really like that. Rugnick, thank you for the 40 months. I was thinking just an Annihilation plane and a subnet dex. Unlike the captain, I'm not using wood. I mean, other than that, so I'm not going to light anything on fire with a lava piece. I was a little concerned about light levels, but it looks like that's fine. Everything seems to be growing. We're about, what, 75, 80% coverage on saplings. So that's working out. That just unlocked a memory. Memory unlocked. So, okay. Basic wood. We got Divinity. Thank you for the 41 months. How do you type? How do I pregante? It's interesting that it's not placing any here, though. We'll have to see where it ends up once it's fully, once it's full of saplings. Because it might be that it's dropping everything off, and by this point it doesn't have any. I don't know. I don't know why it's not using those, but it's not, and that's fine. Okay, so you needed the advanced void upgrade. And so... allows a single slot to be filled with the item and voids anything that overflows. Oh, hey, we are getting saplings down now. That's interesting. So, all right. I think that that's working. I don't know what its max is. 5,000. It's not terrible, but obviously we can get... That's what led me down the brief respite into the... pattern provider. So we have redstone torch. Not you. You. Redstone torch. Congratulations, you know how to make a torch. We have sophisticated upgrade tier 1, which is just... can I skip it to go straight to iron? Doesn't look like it. What about copper? Nope, we definitely need tier 1. Okay, so tier 1, this, substitution's enabled, so that should allow any log. And then iron off of that, boom, knows how to do that, but that also means that you need to know how to create a block of iron. So now you know how to make that one. Go into here, boom. Let's drop off what we've got. And then you need to know how to make gold blocks as well. Diamond blocks. Diamond upgrade. And I'll leave out netherite for the moment. Okay, so that means that now I should be able to be like, hey, I need to staff upgrades. And it's like, cool, I got you. And hopefully it's got me. It's got me. Better teach it doesn't make a block of those. Before I would do that, I would move it into storing in compressor drawers, so it just negates the problem. But okay, so now we can hold a lot. Feel like 81K, good enough. You know, maybe we hold on to this for later. Now, this is definitely one of those things where Jordan to be like, bigger number better, but I really don't think we need 1 million logs. I think 80,000 on tap is enough. So it did plant the second one, but not the third one. Oh, it definitely still doesn't have a full buffer. Hardly know her. Dark Attack, 72 months. Thank you so much. So, where does that leave us? Okay, we've got basic wood storage. We can let that run for a little while. Did I put the cable away? I must have. No. Did I put it in my backy? Did I throw it out on the ground and it's no longer here? What the fuck? It's hiding in my inventory? Yes. All right. Continuing our aesthetically pleasing build, we need to get over to... Sir? If not full, why are some saplings in a barrel? I don't have answers for you. Sometimes you just gotta kind of roll with it. Light this up just because I hate spods and freedom. Bring that down. It's just long enough to almost be right, but just short enough to still leave her disappointed. I never was a big fan of the draw a bunch of roots on whatever. All right, you're coming over here. You, get down from there. And then storage bus. Priority. And now that should be available in the system. It is not. There's not some goofy storage bus. I feel there's some sophisticated, goofy thing I'm encountering there, is it? Where I'm only looking at like slot 0 and not slot 1. It is in slot 0 though. Does it show as enabled? Device online. But I have 400. Oh, maybe I was misreading that. 408. Okay, no, it is. I'm just dumb. Cool. For some reason, I read that as there were like 800 logs, so I was like, no, we're missing some. And I was just thinking 300 was what we had in the system. But okay, it's there. All right, now we're almost done, and it did plant it there. So it's getting there eventually, and it's almost there, and underwear. So where will you be when the flashbacks happen? I think at this point, we're basically we either finish the thought or we don't. And so far, I'm opting for don't. I've been trying to kind of not, I mean, I say avoid it, but not avoid it, but yeah, avoid it. But we need to rebuild the ME system so that it's more modular and not so integrated all into one spot like it is. So what I want to do is I want to move subnet stuff kind of off to its own now that we have plenty of cable. So that means I have to rebuild everything, which kind of sucks. Okay, I'm going to select different things, and eventually it'll be what I'm thinking in my head. You might think, and you'd be right to some extent, but you might think, wow, this guy's an idiot, because I like slop around all this and have a, like sit there and pause. And you're not necessarily wrong, but to clarify a little bit, I'm trying to kind of like do a number of different things in my head, and in doing so, I end up locking myself while I'm running through like 4 different patterns. I'm like, okay, how do I, where do I want to put this? How do I want to sit it there? Where's the cable going to go across? How am I going to make sure the channels aren't there? Also, I need to make sure that I don't break it in a way that I can't remember how to put it together, and, etc. So, I'm sorry sometimes if I just sit there like, it's just, you ever, you kids wouldn't remember these days, but back in the olden days of hard drives, you could actually hear them. And, it's just the hard drive in my head just grinding away. Like an old dot matrix printer, which is just an obscure reference as the other one, and you're not going to get any more than the others. But still. How are you hooked into the main? I don't know how the fuck you work. Okay, so this connects to a storage bus into the pattern provider, right? This is the annihilation pane. And it doesn't need to be... doesn't need to be... set to... or enchanted. And then... off to the side, we have the pattern provider... with the patterns that go into it. And then it was a storage bus into that. Excellent. It was a storage bus into that. These go in there. The green came down right there. We'll need to figure out how to get power to it, because I'm slightly taking some of the power. Oh, I only need one of the glass. And then this was like right there. And then we need to get our formation core, which wasn't... oh, it was configured to drop items as items. And that comes as an interface off of the pattern provider. So the interface here, cable there, and then the formation core there. Drop items as items. We put the water in. We put the water in. And then that goes there. So hopefully in the corner it'll be less susceptible to my accidental grabbing touch things. And then that went down and provided power and hooked into the network into the main pattern provider. And that was the main network. So that's just... right here. Where's my fucking Fluix? It's in my inventory. I just can't ever see it. There it is. I'm blind. And then we need a quartz fiber there. That can go there. Now that has power theory once this is connected. And then we can do a quartz fiber here and there. And now that has power once everything's connected. So once I connect this to the system, I think this just works. gonna make myself another crafting terminal. Not you. You. Still not you. Girl like you. Meet a girl like you. Okay. So. Did I delete the water? Is the water in there? I don't feel like the water's in there. I don't know where the water went, but I think the water doesn't feel very in there to me. Oh, hey, I need the filter for the thing. Ah, that's funny. Okay, so this needs to, the Annihilation Pane needs to filter to the end product. Right. So that's going to be not charged, Fluix. Right there. And then it's going to also need to be the flawless or flawed. And then we should have some water in here. Oh, I don't have anywhere for it to go. I wonder where it was storing it. It's got to be... It's shoving it somewhere, but I have no idea where it would be shoving it, because it couldn't pick it up otherwise. Huh. Oh, there it is. I genuinely don't know how it's getting storage for that, but okay. Okay, there's that. I was like, I could have swore I put the water in there. And then if I'm like, hey, I want some Fluix. That was either very fast or it didn't work. I'm going with didn't work. Magnets. How do they work? Eh. I love it when my magnet breaks everything. I ran so far away. I just ran. I couldn't get away. Okay, he ran all night and day. Whatever! Okay, so cancel this, and then try again, this time with less oops. It puts the stuff in, they float, it converts, and then eventually goes up and slurp, and now... Okay, so it's working. So... the net result of having all this is instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels, this is a single channel, right? Yeah. So that's where the subnets are good, is it allows you to segment out pieces that don't need to be you're never like they need a network with them, but you don't need to interact with that network. Did you always stream on YouTube? I have for like the last, I don't know, 6, 9 months, maybe a year. Do 121.1 mods work on 121.10? Oh no, not at all. .10 is 9 versions after .1. We're not, this isn't the Dewey Decimal System. Okay. So that's one subnet. Now we have the Certus one that we have to fucking figure it out. This one's a little bit more wackadoodle. Important test. Making mod packs is such a chore? Well, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. It does drop its items. Okay. It's fine. Let's put that there. Put that there. And then get one of those. Put that there. How many do we have? 130K. Can this take a stack up? Okay. What's your max number, bro? 65. Okay. Oh, hey. That's the next step on the let's make this less dumb situation. We're all a bunch of animals. So, sophisticated. We did the stack upgrades, but I don't think we've done... We didn't do this stuff. So there's that. There's that. There's that. $262, and this only has 130K. Okay. So now I need an export bus. Not you. We're gonna need acceleration cards. And then we need a Certus. This is a holding tank. Hold. This could take a minute. You're gonna go lay down and see if you get your back to cooperate before you torture it tomorrow? Fair enough. I hope it gets feeling better, I'll ignore it. Not sure how I made 10 and ended up with 3, but we're just gonna ignore that part. What I've done. Or are we getting stuck on something? Did we discover a flaw in our flawed system? Crafting 2, printed calculation. What happened? Guys, what's wrong? What's going on up there? You with the thing. Where's your other things? Where's your redstone and your silicon? Why are you the way you are? How did you get stuck up there? What are you do? Get down from there. You look ridiculous. I don't even know what you... I don't... Maybe... Oh, I was probably mid-job and I canceled it, and that fucks that shit over, perhaps. Possibly. Either that's what happened or it's not what happened. Either way, I don't know what happened. All right, you doing good now? You good? Everyone good? Everyone happy? Seems happy. All right. Whoa, we're sort of halfway there, 1/3 of the way there. Whoa, look at my underwear. All right. Now we're doubling that, hopefully. Oh, wait, no. First I have to tell it to do it. It's like, I did everything, but then didn't do it. Okay, now that should be, in theory, going more. Was there, perchance, something else I could do here? Scheduling mode, export the first item so the network is empty. Try the nope. Nope, none of those help. Okay. Well, we're more than 50%. And all of this because, and we're gonna have to do it again when it gets over there. Maybe not. We might be able to reuse that one. Good night, Kapow. Does AE have any sort of round robin export? Not that I know of. You're building a deck on a video game version of Card Fight Vanguard and was contemplating what cards to change the deck with your Switch controller near your mouth when your headphones decided to give a loud low battery. It startled me and I smacked myself in the mouth with my Switch controller. That is so real and so human of you, and we're going to get a chuckle, but also knowing that it could have happened to any of us. I know I don't chat much on here, but I find out if I get a new job tomorrow, so wish me luck. It means I have to move to Kentucky, but that's okay. Is it okay, though? But good luck with the job. Hoping everything comes through just dandy for you. All right, storage bus. And that's just to give the main system access to it, so there's nothing there that was necessary. And this is also mainnet. Oh, this is into the interface. So that's how. I think I'm just. Oh, I was just reusing this interface because this needs to insert into an interface, right? So this is just access to asking for the charged, and this is the more base system. The question becomes, I don't think we necessarily use the second one, so do we move this over there or not? It's just as funny for you after it happened. Ah! We've all jumped. We've all been startled by things that we're then like, I probably shouldn't have been startled by that, but it happens. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So this has the interface assigned to it. And an import bus. What is this importing? Oh, the FLOD because the interface holds the FLOD, right? I think I wanted that one higher. Interface. And what network? That's Orange Network. That ran the import. Right, because that's what the orange network is what connects to the formation pane. Nothing really unique or interesting about the formation plane. So that can go there, and then we need the import bus to be like that. And then this wanted to keep a flawed budding in. Which one had the crafting card? I think it's this guy that has the crafting card. And then other than the annihilation panes, we need the 3 resonance. Where do I want to set this? That storage bus was into the interface over the Certus. And that's green network. And that's green. And that goes to the lower annihilation. So the formation places, this pulls. Right. Just trying to think of where I want this so that it has the full 3. I think the block's going to place here. So this would be... No, this is an annihilation. This isn't formation, this is annihilation. And then orange comes along here. And this is formation. And I don't think formation needs to be configured because it will pull from the import right there and place it. So that places... No, wait, I need this one out more, like so, and then the formation there. So now it'll place the block there. That'll go there, and then we need the next annihilation pane to be right against there. And that's yet another storage bus that's configured for the Certus quartz, so that goes into the storage off of red. Right. Okay. Got it. So this goes here. Red goes here. Storage bus goes here. This storage bus is configured to only pull Certus. So the budding won't pull. This one is configured to only pull regular Certus of the Certus block. So the flawed won't pull. This one is set to only pull the flawed, so only flawed will place. So flawed places, this pulls out back into the main interface, and then this pulls out into the main Certus thing. And again, this should probably be a single. On the one hand, it seems more wasteful to make an entirely new barrel for it. On another, the You don't know how to make planks, and you don't know how to make slabs. Got it. Seriously? Or give me a log. Where's the fucking log? There you go. Perfect. And oak slabs. I don't know if that considered... I think we don't want substitution on oak to oak planks. We want substitutions on things that require planks. There's that. Put those in, and now for my limited oak, limited edition oak barrel. It doesn't have any of it, but it should know how to make all of it. I'm missing redstone? We went and collected a lot of redstone, but okay. I guess that's something we need to do. Also, we made a lot of extra red torches. Where the fuck did all that go? Tell me more, tell me more. Did you get very far? What's up, Link? How's it going? What would have been consuming... We don't have really any auto-crafting going on to consume that redstone. I'm very confused on where our redstone went. Because I gathered a fair bit. I mean, upgrades is... Didn't I gather like 700? Like, there's nothing that... Okay, the acceleration cards, maybe. All right, well, we'll just work with that when I can work with that. What was that? Oh, the thing. Okay, so... And then the storage bus onto the interface was me using it for, like, abusing it to do, on demand. Shouldn't I have one more fiber? There it is. And then I guess I gotta set you guys up as well. Oh! That's why we don't have redstone. We're not connected to the main thing, I don't think. We lost our primary connection. Hey, look, I have redstone again. I'm like, it did not feel right that I didn't have all those things. But, you know, like, I'm just gonna roll with it. I can just take the stack upgrades out of that one. Okay, so you go there. We slap you on there. Put you there. Look at you. Did you not have stack upgrades? What is your capacity? Where the fuck your stack upgrades go, brah? Oh, they're right there. Fine. All right, 1 million. 1 million! Did I have a void as well? No. No, because I didn't want it to void. Right. Okay. That little side quest done. That's connected to the import. The import's configured to place FLOD, so the FLOD will place. This is configured to the storage bus. The storage bus filters for Certus Quartz, so it will only pull Certus Quartz blocks out. This is connected to this storage bus, which is Certus Quartz, which is what matches there, and also will only pull Certus Quartz out of there. They're not interconnected on any of the power, and I need a storage bus on the main guy so that I can get access to it, which sucks simply because I don't have a good way to do that aesthetically. Because I got to put a storage bus there, and then I got to do... I guess I could use my blues. Blue is supposed to be main network. See, but now I've got this, and that no one likes that. So I guess I just need to use an anchor to avoid the interface. Something needs to... The interface needs to be able to connect to the main system, though. Does the main system need to be connected to this? Maybe I need to have that connected because it needs to be able to get these resources. So maybe I'm trying to avoid something that doesn't need avoiding. Because that's got to be able to pull from the main. If I take this one down and that there, then I can put that there, and now it has power still. And we don't have that extra weird gobbledygook. So, what an array of colors and subnets. Gonna be honest, think I'd rather just... I swear to God, I just saw them and now they're gone. Didn't I have the anchors in my hand? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe go fuck yourself. I don't know. I just tried to put the anchors somewhere, and where did they go? How did they go? Because I can put the blue down here, but I want an anchor blocking there. Granted, it doesn't particularly matter, but I don't like having looped connections. Am I on crazy pills, or did the anchors just delete themselves? Apparently I dropped them because I just magneted them out. And if that's the case, then I can use regular Fluix and I don't need to confuse myself with blue. Like, the blue doesn't really do anything, but regular Fluix... Oh, right there'd be a problem, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Blue it is! Okay. That's a little bit more compact, other than where the fuck did my Certus go? I mean, granted, I only had one. It's not like I'm, like, thinking that I lost them all, but I was just like, where did you go? Also, at the same time, where is my... What is it called for sophisticated? The... I really miss just drawers. You know? Just good old fucking drawers. High sour dip is cool. Is it the storage tool? Links, locks, and hides. Okay. So I can put that in there, and then I want that to be not unlinking. We want locking. You son of a bitch! Stop taking my Certus! You bastard. All right, but also, I do want this to be maximum priority because if I put Certus into the system, I want it to go there. And then the last bit is now... Oh, I see. I have the 2 exports still on here just going... That's where it's going. It's exporting. System's like happily like, no, man, I'm just doing what you told me to. And you're right. Stop doing what I tell you and do what I want. All right, and then give me one of those. And now we work on sucking this off. Certus, accelerated. That's also an import. Certus and accelerated. And look at the growth acceleration. You mean these guys? Oh, I took them down. These guys? Yeah, I know. We just haven't gotten there yet. There we go. So now that's going there, and now we just need to put these guys in and power them. I don't think it matters what network they're on, so we don't need to worry too much about like it being green there as a connector. Technically, I could just fiber quartz it, but no need. Put those there, and then rotate until connecty, and connecty. Okay, so now those are added back in. That's growing. The large Certus bud eventually goes ding, and then it should, and into it goes. And then the chipped eventually becomes a regular Certus quartz block, at which point that should get sucked off. It's always fun working through things because 87% of the time when I'm looking at it, I'm sitting there thinking and stuff, and I look around, and then I'm like, it's this. And I put the pieces together and know what's happening. And then once I've solved the puzzle, like I don't interrupt myself in a puzzle because I'm thinking it through, right? Once I've solved the puzzle, then I return to chat, kind of catch up with you guys. And like I said, 87% of the time, Dexmaster has already told me exactly what's going on. And it was just... I like waiting for me to catch up. Die, Zereka Stugaton. Do I goon? Oh, hell yeah. Until my mind is melted. You can't see below my, waist down, but I'm gooning right now. Why, don't you? All right, we have the chip right there. We're almost done with the import. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, boom. That worked perfectly. So, made a new flood, set it in place, pulled out once it decayed, everything's good. You good to my streams? I mean, why wouldn't you? What's up, Soft Lemur? It's good to see you. I mean, if you think about it, if you're gooning my streams and I'm gooning right now, then basically aren't we just, helping each other out? In which case, it's like kind of a remote bro job, right? Anyway, it's great to see you, Soft Lemur. How you doing? There we go. Okay. I'm good at the straight face. Yeah. scooting together forever. Okay. And to do all this entire system, we're talking 3 channels. The interface, the pattern provider, and other. The storage bus. So, other than the, cable running along the fucking entire floor, this is, I don't know a way to get this really any more clean and put together. And honestly, while anytime you get into subnetworks, it's confusing, or there's some amount of confusion grokking, this is about as straightforward as you're going to get as well. You wanted to be here until your sleepiness gets the best of you? Well, I appreciate... I was going for some sleep together sort of thing, but I couldn't make it work. Yeah, but I'm glad you're here. Hope you're... I hope the mostly good turns into fantastic. Wireless ME in this pack? Technically, there's wireless ME in any applied logistics, unless they specifically disable it, because the quantum tunnel is default. But the only thing that I wish, and I don't know, it's possible, but I don't know how, but it'd be pretty cool if I could dedicate a CPU to this and not have it use any of those. I don't know if I really need to, but I feel like that'd be neat and clean. Well, the cable's just temporary. The cable's just to hook it up and to kind of make sure everything's working. This isn't how, the cable is not the long-term vision. Does it need to be that far away from everything else? No, but I'm expanding to make use of the room, so it needs to be, this is all temporary as well. Everything that I've done is just, built around that cluster, and it didn't need to be that way, and so I'm kind of moving things apart. So did it need to be all the way over there? No. You provide its own storage and disconnect interface. What storage does it need? Oh, it would need to have access to the charged, charged. Although I guess I could put charged, if I connected to this interface, I could put charged into that, and it could always access that. But then this would also be, I'd use it for Fluix, so then I'd be well, I guess I need to keep those on, and it just kind of starts running away. Crafting cards, you believe? Crafting cards allow me to tell it to craft. They don't allow me to dedicate a CPU to crafting. At least. Okay, that's actually interesting. Can you subnet a crafting CPU? I mean, a subnet is just a network, so that would mean you're if you expand that out, you're saying, can you put a crafting CPU on a network? Sure. Crafting cards are absolutely not the CPU. Not even a little bit. In order for the crafting card in that interface to work, it needs to use one of these. I could just make, like, a little 16K. Are you not making that? Oh, did you get stuck? There's something going on with the printed calculation. Calculations fucked somehow, and I don't know how. Or maybe it's not the... Because this is not the first time this has happened. And I don't know how I'm ending up with extra... Is the recipe to create the calculation circuits wrong, perhaps? One calculation circuit, one redstone, one printed, gives me one processor. That's correct. So how are you getting yourself stuck on these? It's only been calculation, but then again, it could be that we've only just been making calculation. But something about that extended one is fucking up, and that's making me sad on my sad parts. If you check my sad parts, they are in fact sad. Is it the specific sides thing? I wouldn't think so. Also, I don't know if top and bottom can be extracted from. That means the auto eject might not go back into the side like we're looking for. So that wouldn't work. And there's only the two modes. I mean, we can change it to this and see, but... Is there anything you can do to make my sad parts happy? I mean, I could think of a few things, but that's over on the other site. Calculation. No breathing. Can extract from left, right, back, and front. So that's correct. But again, where did you end up with the extra one? What the... It's not like I don't have redstone or silicon, right? I have redstone. I have maybe it's trying to wait for the silicon. The silicon's being a problem, or it's getting delayed and it's... No? Other site. Curious. Because that seems to work fine. No issues there. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do the full thing. Oh my god, what am I looking for? Processor. I don't really want to lock it, because then it becomes problematic. So... I do not understand what this is doing that's broken. I realize I'm being obtuse about something, but I don't know what that obtusion is. The recipe looks good. Okay, so that one's working. Now it's working, kind of. But it's not using... I couldn't tell if it was using all 4 or not. That was very confusing. Was it just being... Keep going. Don't stop now. I'm so close. And that shit breaks. I'm not making silicon. There's nothing in the ceiling. Okay. I guess the next step is to figure out, is it doing it to all of them, or is it just this one? Because we've been focusing on calculation, but it could be that it's all of them. I don't know what the fuck this thing is doing. We might end up having to just move away from the extended inscriber, because certainly this isn't a result of trying to click through all 4 with the way the arrows move is like, hello, I wish to go to anyway, it gets into here. It's easy to get. It's fine. So that's all 4. So is like logic fine? Like, it's made lots of them for me. It's just... It also never uses the next 2, the back 2. This thing is fucked. No, I did. Unless you're talking about that one. I didn't lock it. Oh, that's actually really neat. I didn't know that I could disable a pattern provider from showing up in an access terminal. I didn't know that, but I like that. There are times when I'm like, I don't want this. Like, I wouldn't necessarily need to have showing up in my pattern access thing all the time, because, you know, I'm not, it's a dedicated system. I am just lost on how that one is the problem. It kind of seemed to use the other ones there, but hard to say. And then, but calculation just goes wacky. Watch, it'll work perfectly now. It's working perfectly now. There, I fixed it. I'm your local fix-it-all. Except it's still breaking. And then it's like there's 2 extra that go in there, and then... But the recipe's fine. Like, I mean, fuck it. Like, which one was it? The calculation one? I mean, I could reset it. I have no problem doing that. Die. I don't need a lot of this stuff in my inventory still. If you move that top one to a separate space, it will work. That's it. You got it, Dex. You got it. Okay. I understand. Yeah. Yep. This is going to be the calculation one, right? Yeah. So this is ejecting into the top. It's ejecting upwards instead of to the sides. This finishes and it's ejecting, and this one's accepting it, and we get extras in here, and it plugs it up. That's what's happening. All right, well, that'll be fixed as we kind of improve this mess anyway. But, damn. And that also explains exactly why it was hitting one but not the other. Begun! You actually clicked that and lost your mind trying to figure out what 12 patterns went? It's so ridiculous. That's like the ultimate result. The end result is I need to do that. And then that fixes it. Although now, oh, I was like, where did my pattern for it go? Well, you did delete it. Correct. No, not you. I wanted you. Now I have all of you, and I didn't need you. Well, I need you, but I need you to not be that way. All right, so that means, because I need you to build sub during this process. Correct. 3. It's using 3. It's using 4. Where's my acceleration cards? There you go. That'll help a lot. Okay. That was obscure. Hello from the East Coast. Hello, East Coast. Hello from the almost East Coast. Dexmaster with the 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Dex. Going to Squid Inky, Alana 2, Ferris King, Ian Cam 7709, Olakai 76, Assassin 4206, Hydro Quakes, Mad Max MC Pro, Dr. Donnie, Link 359976, The Visionary 91, Dark Moon 070, Steve Montreal, Semail 6. What's that? Hypa Panda, Golden Realm Lord, Ignoramus HD, Shark 9075, and Paradoxal 19. All from Dex. Dex, thank you so much. Okay. Now, craziness aside, it would be very nice if I could control that. But I don't believe top and bottom slots can be extracted from. Why does this say can extract from left, right, back, and front and exclude top and bottom? And this one specifically says top and bottom can be extracted from. Like, did we try that one? Hi, Emmer Monkeys. How you doing? Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm walking back and I hear dripping, the sound of water dripping from the laundry room. That's an instant stop. Hey, God, lights on. Start pulling stuff. I will figure out what this is because I need to know what is and isn't leaking. But I believe it's the air conditioner condenser dripping down into the drain, the air gap drain behind the dryer or the washer. So it's going where it's supposed to. But that's still like an instant, like, hold on. We are not proceeding until this is resolved. So I'm having a damn it. I'm having a psoriasis or eczema, something reaction on my chin, and it's itching like a motherfucker. And I just put on some steroid to try and calm it, but oh my God. You gotta do your Gaelic lesson real quick? Oh, I understand that. We all have to sometimes take a break and do our Gaelic. How's our oaks doing? We have 3,000 oaks. That's okay. Eczema? Eczema? Eczema. Eczema. I tend to make, like, medical stuff more fancy, and then it's like, some of it will just be the most basic bitch pronunciation, and others actually will be fancy, and it's like, would you make up your mind? All right, so what else am I trying to eventually? I guess the next step is, did I get molecular assemblers on here? I did not. I took this down because I was like, that doesn't need to be there, and now I'm going to put it back because that needs to be there. Also, as long as we're here, let's finally get the pattern access terminal. Not entirely sure why I would need an extended pattern access. Do I need an extended pattern access in order to be able to access the extended pattern access? Oh, seems perfectly accessible.
Hi, Ellie. How you doing? You forgot to turn the computer off last night, and your sister did it for me to be nice. She also took that opportunity to mess with Discord. What did she do to Discord? What happened?
You say common cold? No, I say rhinovirus.
What's wrong, Sivombre? Why am I getting a sir? The rest of tonight's going to be, you know, personal.
You have the weirdest voter right now. Perfect. AE looks different in newer versions. I don't think AE's aesthetic has changed for a good long while, Cinco. It's looked this way for a while. I mean, you know, you're right. It did used to look different, but it was a long time ago when it looked different.
Is it hot in the room?
It took you an arching to process when you saw the message from me that I didn't write. I hate it when it takes me an arching. You're trying very hard.
You're trying very hard not to address the whispering.
Address or undress? See, none of those need to show up in here, right? So we can take those out and simplify it. That's nice. I like that. That's sweet. What mod pack am I playing? This is Ling Gango. Ling Gango, no. It literally was just her sister saying, hi, this is not her, and everyone going, whoop. Nice. It's, what's, you know, it's just, we're bringing it down here. It was her cat's sister. We're just... Now, we have ourselves a nice little rainstorm going on in the background. We can be a little bit closer, a little bit more. It's Zine After Dark. Because it gets dark early now. So, there you go. 18 plus AMSR. ASMR. Suddenly you're glad you two have a cold. Alright, so we want to move these out of that because we want to remove or to migrate from the basic patterns over to the bigger ones. I don't know if this is 5 or if it's 4. Looks like it's 4. But one of these is done. You're done, so. Stick a fork in you. You're done, so. Put you in there. But we're going to need to kind of have to hold on to a couple things. This is pattern encoding, so that goes there. You can put this away. We want to keep that out. The acceleration cards. I don't think we forgot to reinsert those. We did not. There we go. So the acceleration cards can be put away. Storage bus can be put away. I'm a little concerned that we have an extra storage bus. I think it was the storage bus accessing the charged crystals. Oh no, it was the storage bus accessing the interface because we were using the interface for the requesting. Right. So it makes sense that we had an extra there. We can put the wand away, that away, put that there. I think I'm going to need to hold some of these in my inventory because I want to take these. The extended pattern provider is made up of multiple of the basic patterns, so I would like to use them in order to do that. But some of this stuff needs to move over. Some of it does not. But we need enough space to be able to migrate it all in. Which means I need to determine what's needed for the pattern provider and hopefully get it right to where I can put all the pieces of Le Puzzle up into it. Le Puzzle. So that one's wrong. That one's right. So if we move out of that last one, these down, then that should be enough. We can then pull this one off, put it in here, and now we can reuse those. Oh, it needed to know how to make a capacity card. So pattern access, capacity is this one. And it uses a basic card, which is this one. There we go. And then we can recycle the ones that we had into the bigger ones and saves a little bit of resources, but also get the bigger benefit. So now I can put all these back in. That's fine. No, and we have a lot more room for things to work. We need to make a molecular assembler. Which means we need to be able to make quartz glass. We're going to have a problem pretty quick with the Thurs quartz dust, but I did, and even glass, but I did make quite a bit in the meantime. So that we need the acceleration cards. Then not 1,000, just one will be fine. How does it have 4 lines if it has 3? Let's not dwell on the details. You're bringing the details into it. We don't want the details. Leave the details out. And this is at 5 of 8. One more molecular assembler. Go. And now we have that. So that gives us a bit better capacity. If we really wanted to juice it, then we would put more moleculars along there. But for the moment, I don't know that we need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God help me if I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's kind of hard to, identify where that line is on the scroll. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting with molecular 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. There are 4 lines each. The cat's sister has great typing skill for what I would assume to also be a cat. This is doing something great for your migraine-addled brain. There you go. You're just calm. Holy cow, you're still streaming? 5 hours straight is crazy work? Bruh. We usually do 9 hours on the weekend. And then, yeah, streamathons is 12 hours. That's actually insane. Well, I mean, if I'm not online, then I'm not making, money, and I have bills and stuff. So, you just want cold? So are you just feeling like you're overheated right now? Do you have a fever? I feel like pet choice is a pretty personal thing, and people could like what they like some random. You're never cold, and you've been sweating for days. Fair enough. Whereas I turn on my, or I have an electric heating blanket because of how old I am. Lisa said that it dropped below freezing. I would never ignore you, Dex. You're so pretty. Molecular assemblers don't take channels, right? He said past food, sorry. So we're at 5. Still at 5. Electric blankets are the best. You have to feel like a popsicle. Sometimes you feel like a popsicle. Sometimes you don't. You love staying under duvets? Ah, yes. Put down your sheets and then put a nice dovet on top, right, Illy? Do you have a down dovet? What kind? What kind of material? You have a 15 tog dovet. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why we pulled out the random rage bait for dogs versus cats, but we can agree to that some people are cat people, some people are dog people, and obviously they work fine as pets for those particular people. Moving on. Please do keep saying dovet. All right. I was going to stop, but your request and or attempt at reverse psychology will fail with me. Not trying to rage bait. I mean, I get that it might not have been intentional, but you start declaring to people dogs are better or cats are better either way. It's very clearly something that, you know, people have different opinions on, and there's no way to do that without to definitively say something is X when it's obviously a subjective opinion. It's either inconsiderate or it's rage baity. You got to pick which one it is. Maybe Illy actually liked it and wanted you to keep going. Well, that's fine too. I don't mind doing nice things for Illy. I actually really like Illy. See, but the problem was the opinion is also, or it's not even that it was a personal opinion that wasn't clarified because you said it's only due to social conditioning that people like them. So that not only sets up your opinion, but you invalidate any counter opinions, right? So you're preempting any argument, and then you can't say, "Oh, well, I was just expressing my opinion," because you've already made a declarative of for everybody of either you agree with me or you are wrong. But nonetheless, he stopped. Oh, I just haven't had a chance to say dovet for a minute. Top sheets are usually a sheet you have over you, under the dovet, although not very common these days. Fair enough. Mr. Space Weasel, thank you for the 33 months. Oh, that's right. That's French. That's my bad. The duvet, I believe, is the proper. You like using hyperbolic language? Rage baity. That's what that is. No. This is actually really tough to... There we go. Okay, anyway. Not a big deal. That's the wrong spot. These are hard to place right there. There we go. Okay, I can stop building that out. That's plenty, and I don't think we have the co-processing units to even really make it to where they can use 5 of them when they can only access 3. Okay, Zarzith. Yes, but you didn't need to point it out. But, yeah, that would have worked just fine. Okay, Mimi. Now that you said, listen here, you little shits. I had a vision. And my vision did not take the whole, it was the partial. Okay, so next up, we need the tree gnar, which is the one that gnaws on the tree. Fluid extractor. So for this, we need a redstone block. Now that we have this much space, there's not a whole lot of... We can allow substitutions for the logs, even though we have oak. Now that we have the extended patterns, we don't really need to worry about, you know, not adding critical stuff in here. We can kind of just fill her up. It's easy enough. Fluid extractor is a job for... There's one. Two. Three. The crafting is so fast. 4. Power optional. Interesting. Caterina, that's not a that's not we don't abbreviate that anymore. You've never spoken so much about. I've never cared this much about sheets in my life. I still don't care about that much about sheets. Trying to think if there's a way to build stuff over here without just dragging a main cable over, but I don't think so. Worse, it needs to be dyed. Nope. Technically, those have to be green if they're going to be. And we do have green, so that'll work. Do the colors actually matter? Absolutely. They're very important, Zarzith. For a specific reason. Good. As I've said before, nothing makes me typo more than this keyboard. I wonder what it is. And I also wonder why you guys can't see anything. Come back to me. Well, that's an interesting one. It's not saying no signal. It's acting like it's just got a blank signal. Which would be my main computer. Oh, and we're back. Did Minecraft crash? Did we need Minecraft to crash? Is that what we needed? Well, at least we figured out-ish what was going on-ish. Keyboard heaven. What? No less than 3 crash error logs just popped up for me from all from Minecraft. We play and joke around here a lot, and we do a lot of different types of humor, but edgy and anything that's, non-accepting or anything like that's going to get you shut down pretty quick. Subreddit, so when you did create arcane engineering, what did you use to keep everything heated for the crude oil? I don't even remember what I used crude oil for, let alone how I did it, Chris. Yeah, the primary rule here is what we call the D-bad rule. Don't be a dick. If you don't know what that is, that's kind of indicative right there. So, it's not the place for you, it's not the place for you. I get that, but you're going to a Christmas-themed Ren Fair, which you're pretty excited for. That's kind of cool. Sorry, I'm just launching. I've rebooted the computer just in case, because you never know. And now we're relaunching Minecraft again. You're wondering why we're sitting here staring. Thank you for letting me know it's okay. Staring into something that is stareable. I don't think it's the Jeopardy theme playing in the background, but maybe it's a cool take on it. Pretty much random. I use dark mode, yes. I find it's more comfortable. Other people might not like it. You got the full light mode experience going on? Whatever works for you. Let people like things. Weird Al will be in your city next year. I keep thinking I should go back and try TSO when they come through. But I haven't. I don't know that I specifically went in to change it other than when I was setting up Windows 4 or Windows 11. I was already going through and configuring a lot of things, so it just was like, oh, okay, this will work too. Weird Al toured with Puddles Pity Party? That's actually really awesome. I love Puddles. Anyway, we were making different colored cables. I think it was Zarzith who asked about colors mattering. There's the Fluix. Combining, dropping, floating, and getting taken in. Cool. So the thing is Fluix is your default, right? Like your undyed is this Fluix class right here. This is your cable. And literally anything will connect to it. It is universal. So you could connect different colors to it and everything, and it will connect to everything. It's a little slut. It doesn't care. It's just like, oh yeah, oh yeah. The thing about the color cables is that they only connect to their color. So when you're creating segments, it can be incredibly important to be able to not have them connect incorrectly. If I were to try and do something like this with Fluix, I would need a billion cable anchors to keep them from connecting to the wrong side. So the color cables are a way to literally segment networks and not have the cables interconnect. Besides just besides the cosmetic aspect that they give and the organizational, it has actual utility where if these were not two different colors, I would have to have anchors keeping them apart, like right here. And that's why, even though this is the main network is just basic Fluix, I also have the main network as blue when needed so that it doesn't connect over. Otherwise, again, I would need an anchor here and an anchor there and all those different things. So the colors are what allow me to keep things separate without having to just blow anchor after anchor after anchor. No, it's definitely subnet over VLAN random, because these networks are not on the main network. The fiber is, you can think of this as simply power. Literally, this is only providing power. There's no data interconnected between this and that. This is its own, very own, completely separate network. So it is a sub network. It's a small additional network not connected to this one. It is not a network built into it that is segmented out via software like a VLAN would be. This is just a LAN. It's not a VLAN, which is subnet. It's even hardware gapped, yeah. So the other piece to the whole thing that we use a lot, or will be using, is point to points. This will be a little bit slower because we have to wait for it to combine in the water. Seems to only be doing 2 at a time. I might have to look at whether that's something that I can increase. Yeah, it's doing it 1 at a time, right? This is where we get into basically VLANing. So point to point is creating a virtual tunnel. I need the memory something. Yeah, this guy. Memory card. So right now, along this line, I can have a maximum of 8 channels. So, and I've already used currently 4 of those. So I'm halfway saturated. I could add 4 more devices and then no mo, without leaving a dense cable. This guy, this big fat guy, which can carry 32. But we can trick that, and it's perfectly by design and intended, where channels are provided by the face of a controller. So each face technically can have 32 channels. So this is 32 channels. If I had, if this were a dense cable, not then that could do 32, etc. So we could take a peer-to-peer tunnel, put it against that face, hook it on there, and then now we've created one end of a tunnel. If we come over here and like put that right there, create the other end of a tunnel, and then we take that off because I'm dumb. And then we use that to configure it, and this to link it. Never mind. I'm going to listen. I'm doing the best that I can, which isn't that great. There you go. And now this is the output side. I believe. Okay, it is sending power. Now, this is only one singular channel. It is not all four. All these channels are going through into the peer-to-peer, which is one device, and then the peer-to-peer VLANs it, so it's tunneled over to here. So there's one channel carrying all of the data on the other side of the peer-to-peer, which is 4 different devices. And because it's up against this controller, it has access to 32. So I have effectively made it so that I could do 32, assuming I use dense off of this, and not need to worry about dropping a bunch of extra cabling and that sort of thing. So that's your VLAN. It's your point-to-point tunnel. I don't think we've achieved anything in the last, 2 hours, but hey, we chillin'. It is late. How's our oaks doing? We're at 4,700. Weren't we around 4,000 last time? I'd assume it's still working fine. I can't imagine what broke, but then anytime I think, there's no way that would break, something breaks. Looks pretty standard. Looks like it did end up finally planting all spots, so that's nice. And the chunk boundary is actually right outside the dirt, which is also nice. So there's our 4,000. We have 1,500 saplings, so just in case we needed some more there. 256 apples. And the other thing that's, it's simple, but it's kind of nice that this provides sticks for us, so we don't have to, worry about making sticks. It seems stupid, but normally I have to teach the system how to make a stick. But this way we have that all there. And then not only that, but we were able to use our time to migrate this over and set this up, which honestly I think is done fairly well, and I'm pretty happy with. Much cleaner, much more out of the way. And the other things, not only is it just that when I was talking about moving it away, not only is it just that it's this way I can expand and use more of the space, but also this one little section is a bit of a problem area in that it has loose entities that get ejected into the water and then picked up by the thing, and magnets will absolutely fuck that up. So it having this out here where people aren't, where people are less likely to just forget the magnet, walk in, access something, and leave, is that much more protection, right? You always want to use protection. So, and otherwise, this is just working fine. I turned this off because we didn't need the, that was the other thing that we kind of looked at was putting a dedicated CPU. It is interesting. You can make it so that CPUs are player or automation. which is really kind of cool because that means that, you know, when you do have a lot of automation, one, your automation jobs are going to be much smaller, so you can add several. Typically, I mean, you know, there are exceptions, of course, but you can add quite a few smaller crafting cores rather than needing to dedicate big old 64 multi coprocessor stuff. And you can add those and dedicate those automation only, and still have your big major processing for available for player. One, you never have that like all crafting CPUs are busy just because of automated stuff, and two, you're reserving the big processing for the player. So that's kind of cool. I did not know that that was a thing. The most normal and easy setup that you need to break down the floor and go dangling above the cliff to check stuff. Excuse me, I can see it right here. Look, there's my 1700. Here's my 4. I was visually verifying just to kind of see what was going on, but we have it connected, so there's really no need for you to have to do that at all. So, Illy, you can go with love. So, I still am a little concerned at power consumption and generation. We're using 76 AE, which is just half, so 162, basically 160 FE. And I never really quite completely remember what amount those, what are the chances it says in the right spot? Not very good. There we are. It is full. But I have no idea how much these are all producing and providing. I'm sure that there's math that I could math out, but I ain't gonna. So I will continue to be vaguely concerned without actually taking steps to do anything to address those concerns, as is tradition. So, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I really just meant for tonight to kind of just be a chill, just us, you know, like hanging, doing our thing. A little bit more cozy vibe was what I was going for. I don't know whether we hit it or not. We did get the fluid extractor started as well, which is, you know, a step. Not necessarily a great step, but a step. And, yeah. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is an open day. We were trying to set up something, but there's a lot of people that are busy right now. Availability is difficult. So I don't think there's a group lobby tomorrow. Means we'll probably be chilling in Minecraft unless I figure out what I want to do single player. And yeah, we'll go over there. There's plenty to do here and just build out infrastructure. Might not never be required or needed, but it is. I always like to try and figure out how can I make sure that we have the resources we need when we need it, you know? So, how's November 19th treating me? Well, we're shutting it down, but it's been great. Finally, a legit Minecraft stream. Ugh. Sorry about that, Rogue. JEI could show. Does it show me outputs? So, what are those? They're mechy, right? Doesn't give me a whole lot. It just tells me how much it can store, not what it generates. I'd have to get into... I don't remember, does... Yeah, Mechie doesn't give you anything there. And then the solar panel... Solar generator... It's No Nut November. Already failed that 10 minutes ago. So that one doesn't give you any information either. Of course, why would we need to know these things? So, at any rate, I love your faces. You guys are great. Thank you for being here. And thank you for checking out the sponsor, Cookunity. That'll be going on the entire month. And as I've said, and will continue to say, I'm excited for it. I've ordered it. We'll see. It comes in this next Wednesday. So we'll kind of look through what we've got, what options, and do another run through. where I pick the next week and that sort of thing as well. So, do I have a power cube? I do. The mechanism energy cube, you mean? I don't have an AE one. I keep thinking I should put one on, but oh, we're going in the wrong way. I love these things are the silliest thing. I really can't believe, like, there's no way that it actually is just random, right? Like, there's no way. Hey, we finally made it this far up. Anyway, I do have an energy cube, but I'm never going to get to it because these things. There we are. And it is full. So, got that going for us, which is nice. At any rate. Thank you all for being here. Have yourselves a good one. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. And I will catch you later. Good night, everybody.
You carry the world upon your shoulders.